since we're new, I'm just curious, has anyone ever thought about doing an exercise program for the community?
Good idea.
Well, I don't think.
Actually, we did have some people try to organize a yoga class here in the garden club and have some of that, but we had trouble getting an instructor and, you know, trying to figure out how we can still maintain. We could only have it a couple of times a week, and so I know that our neighbor right over here, he just built himself a yoga studio. And that's where it is now.
There used to be classes taught down at the community center not too long ago. It was like an advanced Pilates kind of class. But the instructor, Diane, I'm losing her last.
Wheatley.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't come out here and teach anymore, but that was great. Yeah, we need a teacher.
Are you volunteering?
Yes,
I need the class, I can't.
We need to find a teacher, that's.
Well, you know, I think that there's an opportunity, they're going to have a community board at the store, and that would offer an opportunity to place that question out, see if people would sign up for it, see if someone's interested in doing it. If there's enough people interested in participating, there are a lot of instructors in this area, you know, in Hadlock, up in PT, and it could happen.
If I can just say one other thing, there is, and it's like one of your secret clubs, Bob, there are walking groups out on Fort Flagler, and there are a lot of them, but it's finding people that do that, if you'd rather not walk by yourself out there, because it's pretty cool. Thanks to Mark, like, we started walking out there more than we used to, and it's great.
And I think one thing that would help the community is to shed light on some of that. You know, Janet Welch is one of our neighbors, and what amazes me is that every week she's counting something. She's either picking up plastic or counting plastic on the beach, or she's counting birds, or, you know, Susie's going out and sending clams to the state to figure out if there's any toxins in there. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff happening that actually are not only fun to do and get some exercise, but it improves the state of our island, the flora and fauna here.
There are other communities, the iNaturalist community on the island,
Yeah.
the radio club on the island. There's, you know, you're just starting to scratch the.
Right.
I'm wondering about you talked about having a board at the store, which is fine for the people who are mobile, but perhaps a board that was online, the similar function of.
That's a really good idea.
On our site.
Yeah. That's something that MICA could take on.
Bob.
Look what you've created.
I know. Listen, I'm worrying enough about judging sandcastles at the Strawberry Festival. Mark.
Bob, I want to say that I really appreciate this vision that you have of creating a system for more systematically checking up on one another. And I would, that's one of those, there's a germ of an idea in there that is really worth holding to. So I just want to point to that and say thank you for raising it.
Well, that's what I'm hoping, is that this conversation will continue, and, you know, I'll figure out a way to, I didn't bring like a card or a number, but you could come up to me afterwards and we could start talking and emailing things. Yes.
Maybe similar to what was just done with the naming of the bridge, or some of the other things, is that you could put out a questionnaire on the MICA site and have people indicate, you know, maybe take 10 of your things that you think are really key, like exercise or transportation, and ask for people to respond. And are you willing to participate or lead or something like that?
Yeah. You know, there's another thing, there's a meditation group that I go to every Tuesday night with Radha, and it's a wonderful thing, and it's part of my weekly way of being with people and doing something healthy for myself. But I think a lot of people just don't know all the stuff that's kind of happening. It's like going in the woods, and I'm taking a naturalist course right now with the land trust, and now I go into the woods and there's like things burrowing under me and around me. The island is like that. The people here are doing lots of interesting things. Someone else had a, yes?
You reminded me of something. Thank you so much for all this information. I just think it's like inspiring to think of visions. But talking about transportation, it just reminded me, because on Pender Island in BC, they have these benches located around the island, and it's like a sign, and it's like, sit here and somebody can pick you up. It's a little bit different and friendlier than just like hitchhiking or something. So if you sit at the spot, then somebody driving by can pick you up. I mean, it's not maybe for getting you to your, appointment on time or something in Seattle, but if we organized to do that somehow, I mean, like, I don't know how, like, if people voted to do it, it's a way to get people maybe, like, they could go to the store at least, or for Flagler for a walk or something, and, if they don't drive and get picked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a possibility. On our block, there's more of an informal thing. I'm heading to the QFC. Do you need anything?
But this is like, you don't have to really ask someone, you just go there and the driving by will see that you need a ride.
Right.
Yeah.
But you also have to get back.
What? Oh yeah, then you got
I'm just thinking out
But
loud.
it's for when you're maybe not in a big rush.
Right. Any other thoughts or comments?
I want to thank Bob for putting this together.